Before Johnnie Cochran became a household name for defending O.J. Simpson in the trial of the century, he had already made his mark as a relentless advocate for civil rights and justice. But one case, often overshadowed by his later fame, lingered in his conscience for years: the wrongful conviction of Elmer Geronimo Pratt. To Cochran, it wasn't just a legal failure. It was a betrayal of the system he had sworn to uphold. The man, Elmer Geronimo Pratt. A decorated Vietnam War veteran and member of the Black Panther Party, Geronimo Pratt was a polarizing figure in 1970s America. In 1972, he was convicted of murdering Caroline Olson, a schoolteacher who was shot and killed during a robbery on a Santa Monica tennis court in 1968. Prosecutors portrayed Pratt as a dangerous radical and used the testimony of a jailhouse informant, Julius Butler, to seal the conviction. Butler claimed Pratt had confessed to the murder. It seemed to be an open and shut case, but Cochran, who had once been an L.A. deputy district attorney himself, saw cracks in the prosecution's case early on. He had declined to represent Pratt during the original trial, but he always suspected injustice. What he would uncover later only confirmed his worst fears: a web of lies and government surveillance. Over the next 2 decades, Cochran, alongside a team of lawyers and civil rights advocates, fought to prove Pratt's innocence. Their investigation revealed staggering misconduct. Key exculpatory evidence had been hidden from the defense, including FBI documents proving Pratt had been in Oakland, not Santa Monica, at the time of the murder. Even more alarming was the role of the FBI's COINTELPRO program, a covert operation aimed at infiltrating and disrupting civil rights and black liberation movements. Julius Butler, the prosecution's star witness, was not only unreliable, he was also a known FBI informant. That fact had been kept from the jury. Cochran called it deceit, dishonesty, and betrayal of the highest order. Justice delayed. It wasn't until 1997, 25 years after Pratt's conviction, that the truth finally prevailed. A California judge overturned the verdict, ruling that the prosecution had suppressed vital evidence that could have led to an acquittal. Pratt walked free, stoic but deeply scarred by decades of imprisonment for a crime he didn't commit. "It was one of the happiest days of my life," Cochran later said, "but it was also one of the saddest, because justice came far too late." Legacy and redemption. Though Cochran went on to represent celebrities and high-profile clients, he often said that the Geronimo Pratt case was the most meaningful of his career. It embodied the struggle he saw every day as a black lawyer in America, a struggle against a justice system that often failed the very people it was supposed to protect. When Cochran died in 2005, Geronimo Pratt, by then an activist and speaker, spoke at his funeral. "Johnny never gave up on me," he said. "He fought not for headlines, but for truth." In the end, the case wasn't just about a wrongful conviction. It was about the power of persistence, the cost of systemic betrayal, and a lawyer who made it his mission to right a devastating wrong, even when it took 25 years to do it.